Hey everybody, welcome back to Runaway Roses. If you haven't figured us out by now, we're not good enough at leaving well enough alone. So we're always doing something to our camper, and we're starting a new series. What's it called?
Future Mods.
That's right, Future Mods. And on each episode, we're going to do some sort of modification to our camper, and we're going to tell you about what the next modification is going to be in the future. So we're going to get started on this one, and we'll tell you what our future mod is going to be in a little while. So on this episode, we're going to install some exterior lights. We wanted to do something on the outside of the camper and put some lights around the underside, maybe across the front and that sort of thing. So, but what we did is we ordered some lights here on Amazon, and they go in different colors. You can change the colors, so it's really pretty cool, and they can flash and do all sorts of kind of cool things. So we're going to install these, and they actually have a sticky back on them, so they will stick to the camper. We'll show you that here in a little bit. So basically this one's all bound up, and we've already kind of laid one out temporarily, so we just put some tape on it to hold it up there. So we'll go ahead and show you where we're going to put them and how we're just going to line them up. And it's a pretty simple little modification. Anybody could do it. I can buy some, these are I think like $30 for the light, so not a big deal. And put some cool light on the outside of your camper. So it's just a fun little project, inexpensive, and should turn out pretty cool. So let's get going.
To begin the installation, we've temporarily put the lights up with painter's tape so that we can get an idea of the alignment along the bottom here and how it'll look whenever it's installed permanently. To begin, before we actually put the lights down permanently, I'm going to go through and I'm going to clean it with denatured alcohol, which we use a lot, and lint-free rag, and clean along here the surface so that the lights will stick permanently and they won't come off. So I'm going to get started on that now. One other thing I should mention is before I get started cleaning, we actually put painter's tape to mark where the lights will start, so that we'll have a starting point here whenever we take them down, and we'll know where to start back to install them permanently.
These lights come with two separate strands of 4 lights each. So we're going to put one side underneath here, as you see, and then the other side I think we're going to do underneath the front. We could actually run it down the other side, but I think we're going to try putting it on the front. So because we spend most of our time either over here on this side with the awning or underneath over there. Yeah, we usually set our chairs out on this side, so at night we want to light up this area and maybe not bother the neighbors on the other side. Yeah. So that was kind of our thinking with this. And these do have 4 little lights, and that's where you get the multiple colors. And so Carla's going to go ahead and get started on that end. She's going to peel off the sticky tape, stick down the first one now that she's cleaned it. And then after we kind of line them up and get them all stuck down in place, I bought some white gaffer's tape, and we're going to basically just tape down over all the wire just to kind of seal it up and make sure it holds and kind of hide it a little bit. So, and one thing we should mention is that you can actually purchase these on Amazon. That's where we got them. I think they were like $29.99 or something like that. I'm sure you can find other brands, but if you're interested in this particular brand, we'll put a link below the video. Yeah, because they are pretty cool, and they do come with a wireless remote, so yeah. That's a bonus. And it comes with 2 types of connections. We'll show you that in a little bit as well, as far as wiring it into your battery or whatever power source you got. So let's go ahead and get started on putting this side on. We're going ahead and covering up the wire with the gaffer's tape. At least it's white, but you'll still be able to see it, but it won't be too bad. So we're just gonna cut a piece and put it between each of the two lights and tape up the wire. See what the lights look like after they've been installed, taped up. It's got the white gaffer tape on there. I mean, you can see the tape, but you know, it hides pretty well. It's coming down that edge there, and then we just ran it down there, you can see. And right over here, right there is where we ran the lights into the battery vent. So the battery vent goes into the bottom of the battery holder. There's two batteries here. We just ran it into the left one, and then I'm going to connect it to that. We got the lights all taped up and installed, and just want to show you how we're going to connect it to the battery. These lights actually come with two connections. There's a disconnect here on the lights. It comes with a connection so you can plug it into your lighter type thing, 12-volt lighter, or it comes with just some wires to hardwire it straight into the battery. And what we've decided to do is just keep it a little simple at this point. May eventually just hardwire it in, but for now, we're actually going to use the 12-volt plug, and we like it because it has a power switch on it. So it just plugs into the disconnect. And the disconnect has, it's threaded, so you can like screw the cap on and it tightens up and it'll stay secure. And what we use to attach it to the battery at the moment, since we're not hardwiring it, is just got this female-ended 12-volt cigarette lighter type adapter with the clamps on the end. So we can just clamp it to the battery, or what I may do is clip these ends off and just put the ends on it so that I can attach it straight to the battery. But for now, it's just super easy. Just, you know, test it, make sure we like it. We can just hook that up to the battery and just clamp it on. We can plug it in. As you can see, it lights up. And then we just take the remote that it comes with, which does all sorts of colors, green, red, blue, and actually yellow, amber. It does or it'll do like a mix, and it'll fade them in and out and all that sort of thing. So then you just turn it on and the lights start working. So it's really pretty simple. One little tech tip, don't do what I did. In order to wire it and run the wires up through there, I did cut the wire, thinking that, well, I'll just cut this wire off, slide it up through, and put a connector on it. But these two wires, each wire has 4 tiny little wires inside it. So try not to do that unless you have to, because I had to actually splice them back together, and Carla helped me solder all the ends back together, and you know, it works fine. But it was just a lot more work. So
Time consuming.
Yeah, it was time consuming. So don't do that unless you have to, in order to like run the wires up through a tiny little hole or something like that. So I'm just going to tuck it into the battery box, and then that way we can turn the switch on and off when we want, and we're good to go. We can enjoy the lights. So we're going to go ahead and put it all back together, lock down the battery trays, and we'll show you what it looks like tonight. there's our future mod light project all wrapped up. And we think it looks pretty cool. Looking forward to checking it out at the campground, at night. So that should be a lot of fun.
Yep.
So
we always wanted lights before on our other campers and never did it. And we finally, now that we have this camper, we decided to go ahead and do it.
Finally thought we'd add some. May even add some more. But we'll tackle that later. See how we like these. And we got some more modifications in mind that we're gonna be doing here in the near future. But we do have a really big future mod coming up next. So
yeah, we're gonna install a stable camper. We're super excited about that. We really think it's gonna work well for us. We've been looking for a solution for the little wobble that you have when you're at a campground with a truck camper. So we're excited about installing that soon.
Yeah, so those of you who have truck campers, you'll definitely need to stay tuned to wait for that video to come out and check that out, because we're so excited to put the stable camper on. We can't tell you really. So
yeah, we're gonna actually do show how to install it and then show how it works. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. We're super excited about that and looking forward to it. So just hang out and wait for that one to come. It's coming. So. But hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe it can give you some ideas on putting some lights on your camper and sprucing it up a little bit.
Or even one of our future mods.
Oh, that's right. We got several ideas coming, so stay tuned, and we'll see you next time on Runaway Roses. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.